We are going to be rating Minecraft mobs on our tier list to see if they are god, pro, okay, noob, or whether we should delete them. And the first mob we're starting with is a chicken. Now let's have a think. What do chickens do? They lay eggs. They give you feathers, and you can eat them, which is quite a lot. Feathers make arrows. The eggs you can cook with or make more chickens. I honestly think this is one of the best passive mobs in the game. So if used correctly, they're a pro mob. However, pigs. Now, I know their food is technically better than most of the other ones, but that's all you can do, really, is eat them. And they eat carrots, annoyingly, so you have to go and find carrots to breed them. This is a noob mob. Villager. Now, obviously, you can trade with villagers, which is actually really powerful. You just have to know how to do it right, but basically, they actually kind of suck, especially this version that you can't even trade with. So it's just okay. Like, that's where I'm going to rate it, is okay. Now, another basic passive mob, the sheep, the shep, the sheepsies. The ship is, never mind. Anyway, this thing, you can get wool from it, which is actually pretty useful. You can make beds from it, you can use it for building, and you can eat them. Plus, they're not picky with what they eat, but I feel like they're not quite as good as the chicken. So we're going to be putting this in okay. That's our rating for the sheep. Now we have the cow. Now, I feel like this is in a similar realm as the sheep because, you know, you can eat it, but it also gives you something else. Milk. Milk itself, though, is not that useful, but I don't think it is nearly as useless as the pig. So I'm going to put it in okay as well. I think we're going to see a trend with these normal mobs. None of them are going to be god tier. All right, we've got the iron golem. I mean, this thing is a beast. You can use it for mob farms to get a ton of iron from it. They're super powerful. You can get them early game and use that as a good iron source. Honestly, I consider this a pro mob right there. Pro. Oh, hello, zombie. Zombies. Now, these, I mean, is this the oldest angry mob in the game? I think it is, right? But realistically, all they can do is punch you and they die when it gets light out. I mean, come on. It's kind of pathetic, actually. I was gonna put it in okay, but honestly, zombies are kind of noob energy to me. I don't think we'd delete them. I mean, they are iconic, but yeah. All right, bees. Bees. How do I feel about bees? Okay, honestly, part of me wants to rate them lower because Jelly likes bees so much, but I'm going to look past that. We're going to rate it on its own merits. They're probably the most complex passive mob in the game with honey and different blocks it can produce. And it's actually quite fun to learn and do, but you actually don't really get anything useful from it. I'm trying to think now. I mean, honey blocks, you can eat honeycomb, I guess. But yeah, like, They make stuff, but it's not really that useful. But you do have to be quite smart to be able to, you know, figure out how they work. All right, I'm going to put it in pro, but this is probably the most in-between that we've had yet. Foxes. Now, foxes can hide? Well, I guess hide and hold items, so they can steal from you. I mean, what else do foxes do? I mean, they're just kind of annoying, actually. I've never once gone, oh, great, a fox. Yeah, these are noobs. I just don't really care. Llamas? Okay, so you can get leather from them, which is not that great. Can you eat? I don't think you can eat llamas. You can sort of ride them, but they're like annoying. I'm going to say llamas are noob as well. Wow, we've not had a single god or delete thing yet. Okay, skeletons. Skeletons. Okay, skeletons are probably one of the more annoying mobs that I see when they're out caving. I mean, they can get some insane shots on you. They do die outside, but they're not as dumb as a zombie that they just sort of tap you. So, to be honest with you, I'm going to put it in okay. I was going to put it in pro, but the fact that it dies from the sunlight, I mean, come on. What are you, a noob? No, it's not a noob. It's okay. All right, snow golem. So these things, what do we use them for? They're a bit of a pain to make. They can throw snowballs that don't do any damage. They melt and die. This is a noob thing, isn't it? I can hear it's a noob thing. All right, slimes. Okay, this might be a little bit controversial, but I hate these things. Whenever you want them, you can't find them. Whenever you don't want them, they're everywhere. They split up into tiny little things, and then you have to keep killing them 50 times, or to get slime balls to use for something else, and then you don't care about it anymore. Just give us a different way to find the slime balls. This is going to be the first item that I'm going to delete. Just, yeah, let us scrape slime off of a block or something. I don't want these bouncy pudding-looking dudes. Talking of useless, squids. I mean, they're not completely, I mean, ink. Is it that useful, the ink sacs? I mean, you get dye from them, but that dye could be somewhere else. But squids, I mean, they look kind of cool, but they're just a bit dumb. Like, I don't know how many times I've seen a squid just jump up onto the land and die. But I don't really want to delete them. So I think they just confidently go in the noob category. Okay, spiders. So spiders can climb walls. They don't die outside, but they just sort of hit. That's it. Sort of similar to the zombie. I mean, they can sort of jump at you. They do drop string, which is really useful. Spider eyes is also useful. So, but I just don't get pro energy from them. So we're going to go with okay for these guys as well. All right, the wolf. Or the dog, because it has got the collar on, but we're going to go with both. I don't think there's any dispute here, guys. This is like the coolest thing. Everyone wants a pet dog in Minecraft. They defend you. They're just good boys. We should make a new categories for just good boys. That's what it should be. So just temporarily can rename this good boy. Thank you. All right, so we've got one thing in every category at this point. God and delete are both got an item or a mob, I suppose is to say. And now we have creepers. Creepers. What do I feel about creepers? Obviously, you know, when I'm playing Minecraft, I'm terrified about them jumping out, but they also create some of the most frustrating, the most insane moments in the game. They're also so iconic. Honestly, I kind of feel like I have to put it in God tier. I just kind of wish they, you know, and they don't die out in the open either, and they're just cool. I mean, you just can't get better than a creeper, even though they're terrifying and kill you. All right, glow squids. Glow squids should never have got into the game. There were better things that could have been added. They're useless and annoying, and they just glow. That's it. Enderman. I actually think that Endermen are probably pro, because you get the ender pearls from them. They don't die out in the open. They can teleport. They're a bit tall, which can be a little bit problematic, but they're also really powerful. Like, if you look at an Enderman, you are going to be terrified for your life. So I'm going to put Enderman in pro, and you can barely see it, but it's there. Magma Slimes. Now, Magma Slimes are definitely better than Slimes, because they kind of fit where they are, and they're actually like something that you want to fight. I mean, they're a bit annoying still, but I'm not going to delete them. They can stay in noob category. That's fine. Ocelot. I guess this includes cats as well. You know, I don't really feel either which way they can exist. That's absolutely fine. Biglins. They hit things and trade and do stuff. Yeah, as you can tell, I don't really care. They can just go in okay. Polar bears. Now, that's a mob that you don't really see very often in the game. You can't really make them pets or breed them or anything. I mean, they can attack you, but other than that, they're just they're a bit boring. I mean, I'm just going to put it in noob, just because it doesn't really benefit me in life. Mushrooms. So these have to be at least, I don't think that they're pro though, so I'm going to put them in okay just because the cow's in okay, so they're slightly better than the cow, but just not pro. Silverfish, you can get deleted. You are the most annoying thing in the game. I hate you. I wish I could stand on every single one of you. Axolotl. Now honestly, I haven't really used these too much. I know that you can get super rare variations of them and you can kind of make them pets, but I know that they can't really do anything. I mean, don't they scare things away? I thought they did. I don't know. I'll put it in okay. Witches. How do I feel about witches? They're annoying, but you don't really see them very often, but their potions are kind of good. I think that they're a good mob, although I think it would be good if they spawned more often because they're a bit useless at the moment. All right, this guy here, the wither skeleton. I mean, they're just skeletons with swords that hit you. They give you wither damage. They're quite powerful, but they're nothing pro, are they? So I'm just going to put that in okay as well. All right, we've got 3 left. Happens to be 3 of the flying thingies, but we did have bees. Forget that. But the first one is a little bit, bats. Right. Where would we rate a bat? They literally don't do anything. But at the same time, I don't really want to delete them because I kind of think they're cool. You know, they add to the vibe of going into a cave, but they can just get one shot killed. They're kind of sad. You know what? I'm going to make the bat feel a little bit better and put it in pro, but between you and me, it deserves to be a noob. All right, the Ender Dragon and the Wither Skeleton. Actually, I'm going to switch these around because technically you probably fight this one before that one. So the Wither Skeleton. Where would we put this? So you summon it in, it shoots stuff at you, it kind of goes invisible sometimes. I mean, you have to be pretty knowledgeable how to delete it. Delete it, kill it, whatever. But I don't really get god energy from it, you know? If you know what you're doing, you've got good tools, it's just a slap, slap, slap. Once you've got the Wither Skulls as well. So we're going to put that in pro. And then to finish, we've got the Ender Dragon. But for this one, I'm simply going to leave it up to you guys to decide in the comment section down below. You tell me what tier you would put the Ender Dragon at. I know that that's probably a big one for me to leave off, but I'm interested. Anyway, click like if you want to see some more tier lists. And head over to slogo.com for the merch. There's videos on the screen, by the way. You can click them and watch more.